Hey, this is Notser and the Tier 7 U.S. destroyer Mahan. It has 5 main guns, 12 torpedoes, 9 AA guns, a surface detection of 7.9 kilometers, top speed 35.4 knots, total health 11,700. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main battery and propulsion. For my commander, situational awareness, basic firing training, faster turret traverse, lower cooldown on torpedoes, and superintendent. We are on the map Ocean. I spawned in and I headed for the middle of the map. I want to bump into the enemy destroyers and destroy them. There's only one thing I'm good at. This is a stock Mahan, killing other destroyers. I've got 4.5 kilometer torpedoes, complete garbage. But I do have 5 guns, and I'm going to use them. Now, for me, it has been one hell of a challenge to work through the U.S. destroyer line. And the night is darkest just before the dawn, and when that sun rises, I will seek vengeance on all those cruisers and battleships that chose to pick on me as I worked with terrible torpedo range. So, stock Mahan trying to take out an enemy Mutsuki. He has chosen to pop his smoke, good idea, because the friendly carrier is keeping all his aircraft overhead. One of the most frustrating things an aircraft carrier can do to a destroyer is just hover over him, because the destroyer's AA is awful. There is no way the destroyer can kill you in the time that the game takes, because it's that awful. And I love to keep them spotted, and I love to see them die, even though I'm a destroyer too, but man is it funny to see them die. And an enemy Mahan on an intercept course. We're going to fire on this guy. He chooses to unload on us when he only has 2 guns available, where I have 4 guns. So, yeah, not a good idea for him. We take out an important module. Probably has to use damage control. I take it out again, and he was probably immune to that shot, unfortunately. He now has all his guns firing on me, one at a time. Not ideal. And an enemy aircraft carrier drops their torpedoes on me. I have to maneuver so I don't get hit by the torpedoes, clearly. I pop smoke because I'm in a vulnerable position. I'm not able to avoid incoming fire that well. And I'm just trying to work my way past the enemy torpedoes. And we're clear of the torpedoes. Still taking fire from that evil Mahan. But now we can unload on him. We've dropped off the radar. And we're bringing all our guns to bear and unloading on the Mahan. He's also using detectability because it's spotted. And I really think every destroyer should use detection. That's their one advantage, is stealth, and anything to improve it is vital. The concealment skill, first skill you should get at tier 5, I believe. It's just too powerful. Once you start really being stealth, it's really difficult for the enemy to engage you on their terms. You get first strike potential, both with your guns and your torpedoes. And this guy, not looking good. Damage control is down, he's burning. Friendlies are unloading on him, and they destroy the enemy Mahan. 1 destroyer down. All we gotta do is find that Mutsuki. Clearly, both my team and the enemy team have no interest in doing anything other than trying to sail for A10. There must be like a treasure chest or something out there, because they're leaving the entire map wide open. I have an ally destroyer that's already right at the enemy base. There's a single cruiser in my way, and I'm going to start heading towards their base. And I make a comment, rudder shift is awful without the rudder shift module. I had not put the rudder shift module on this ship. This was one of the first games in the Mahan since closed beta. I hadn't fully kitted it out with all the modules I wanted. I do eventually want the faster aim time for torpedoes, but torpedoes are pretty garbage, and it's not really that big of a deal. And also, I got the rudder shift because it was just so awful. Just playing this game and dealing with it, I was blown away. It was as sluggish as the Atlanta. And for those who haven't played the Atlanta, that is its weakness. It cannot maneuver that well. So, we've got 3 enemies dead. Initially I was like, yeah, I would love to find the enemy destroyer because I know he's out there somewhere. He was in this northeast side. I have torpedoes coming my way, so perhaps he's over in the south. This could also be torpedoes from the enemy cruiser. And they definitely have range. So I gotta be very careful. Oh, there's the Mutsuki. It was torpedoes from my enemy cruiser. And we're at our very extreme range. We're gonna obviously assist. If the enemy wants to fire on us, go right ahead. You know, make my day. Because you're gonna have a tough time hitting me, and any salvo that you're gonna waste on me is damage that I have mitigated for my team. And we land 1 shot on this Mutsuki. He pops smoke in an effort to survive, but we don't want to let him survive. Oh, yeah! He took a lot of damage while stealth, and we get the final shot. So, both of the enemy destroyers are down. Game is perfect now. Now, ultimate goal. I'm going to head for the enemy base as fast as I can. So I pop my speed boost. Superintendent is fantastic for giving you an extra smoke charge and speed boost charge. Highly recommended as the tier 3 of choice for destroyers. Now, destroyers are really bad mid-tier, so you probably haven't seen a lot of destroyers. Or if you have, you've probably laughed at them because you've killed them so fast. But mark my words, 9 and 10 destroyers will be scary again, so you need to be ready. There is a single enemy battleship in between ourselves and the enemy base. A ally destroyer is engaging a enemy aircraft carrier. No idea the health of either of the targets. But unfortunately, my friendly dies right next to the enemy aircraft carrier. Have no idea if he got torpedo strikes, if the aircraft carrier is burning or flooding. None of it. Going in blind. In my opinion, both my team and the enemy team are too far away from their capture. So I'm going to exploit this. I want to force a couple of the enemies to go back to defend. My allies will take out any isolated target, and we should overwhelm the enemy. I do know that there's an aircraft carrier there too. I would love to kill it. It's a good aircraft carrier. I believe it's a tier 8 or 9. I think it's an Essex. Not 100%. It's already got 1 kill, but it's pretty far away from his team. If he's holding steady with what I think he's doing, conveniently, he's sending out his squadrons to go attack my team in the north, and they are bypassing me completely. He has no idea I'm in this area. And I'm able to provide spotting information, and I can threaten this carrier if I can get to him in time before the enemy decides to go to my base or defend theirs. And it's still a really close game. We lost our carrier, so they have a carrier advantage. We need to take it out. Unfortunately, we lost our carrier. And Otago, Baltimore is scary. North Carolina, dangerous. Ah, there you are, Mr. Carrier. You got to 50% life. It's an Essex. So, it's pretty dangerous. Just a little bit. We're almost in range 2. And most of the enemy are completely outside of our range. So that's fantastic. It's going to be very hard for them to respond to this. I should easily destroy this aircraft carrier. Clearly, I won't be using torpedoes because they're garbage right now. 4.5 kilometers. Who wants 4.5 kilometer torpedoes? Are you kidding me? And we unload on this guy. AG, of course. We want to set his decks on fire, and we want to take his ability to respond away. And you can see aircraft coming back. I don't know if they dropped their load, but they are certainly trying to get back to me in time to save his ass. But he's dropping fast, clearly. The Essex is a huge aircraft carrier. Very easy to hit at range. That's for certain. And his bomber's almost in range. We've almost got him dead. Still haven't set him on fire, of course. You know, that's how the game works. Wouldn't want to do that. That would make too much sense. And can we finish him off? He's angling, trying to save his life. I think we missed. Yep, but we won't miss the shot. Goodbye, Essex. And I think he just brought a full loaded torpedo to drop right on top of me. And yep, that's certainly what he tried. But we were ready. And we're going to the south side of the capture point. We want to force the enemy to have to come back and answer our capture. Now, I know most of you are probably familiar with people trying to capture when there's less than a minute to go, and there's no possible way that they can capture, and it ends in a draw. I certainly am very familiar with this strategy, and I think it's awful. So I like to get in the capture early, and most of the time, the enemy is very reckless in trying to save their capture, that they give their ship up. So we have an enemy cruiser. He's coming in hot. He's taken quite a bit of damage from a friendly Otago. But I cannot take advantage of torpedoes on this map, right? That would be the normal line of thinking. 4.5 kilometers? Are you insane? Do you really want to be that close to an enemy? No, I don't. But if they're that close to me, might as well use them. And this Otago is definitely, he probably is like, this stupid destroyer, he's in the south side of the base. I'm not going to let him capture. I just want to get in and interrupt the cap. The enemy North Carolina is right behind him, trying to follow his lead. And the Otago is burning a little bit. Nice. So his damage control is down. He might use it to stop the burning. He might not. He might just let it get repaired. And I feel he's just entering the capture point, and I would have been revealed, so I pop smoke. He knows I'm in this general area, and he's going to unload on me, or attempt to. I still don't want to give him away my position. I would like to capture the base, and if he lands one shot on me, it's going to reset all his capture and take away that pressure, and then the battleship won't have to respond. So, instead of using my guns, I'm going to use my torpedoes. Yes, he is sailing directly towards the smoke, still trying to hit me, and he's moving in range of my awful torpedoes, conveniently, and he's showing his side, so he's asking for it, okay? He has a sign over his head, please torpedo my Otago, and I have to, right? I can't not torpedo that. I only need one torpedo to make contact with him. So we send out 2 narrow spreads, and he's going, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Goodbye, Mr. Otago. And we prevented him from knocking us out of capture. He sends out torpedoes in a last-ditch effort. He should have used a widespread, in my opinion. And we will capture this base because the North Carolina did not continue on. And that is how you win a game on ocean in a destroyer. Couple kills, put pressure on the enemy to come back and defend, and they weren't able. We took out the Essex, which was great, and that's where most of our base XP came from. I'm more impressed with the strategy working out as well as it did. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you next time.